Today, we'll take a look at how you can become an expert at using the TradingPlace tool to trade your own accounts. We're logged in and we're at the Overview tab. This is a platinum plan, so I will have certain features that you may not have in a cheaper plan, but we will basically cover most of the crystal plan today so that you can see how you can do practice trading. Crystal plan will not have the Mancini tab. That will give you Adam Mancini's levels that he tweets, and it will track those. But during the playback mode, you will actually see the Mancini tweets for that specific day that we're looking at. So you can see how you and learn how to apply the Mancini levels when you trade with either gold or a platinum plan. I'm going to turn on the expert mode. With this off, when you click in the cockpit, uh, it will give you a message the very first time you click on something where it will explain the action it is about to take. And then you have the option to say, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Or you can say, go ahead and do it. And there's a checkbox to say, don't remind me again, so that you're able to learn from that process. With the expert mode, all of that is turned off. I would recommend that you start with expert mode off until you figure out how things work. And then also, if you wanted to apply for the affiliate program, you need the platinum plan, and this is where you can do that and sign up for referral program where you can make up to 20% commission on all subscriptions for the life of the subscriber. So as long as they keep paying, you can have a decent monthly income from that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump straight to the practice tab. uh, so on the practice tab, we have a list of recording streams, playback streams, where you can practice the open. You can do it at 1x the speed or 2x or 4x, and it will start every 30 minutes. So it would on the hour and the bottom of the hour. This gives you the opportunity to practice the open, power hour, FOMC days, London Open, holidays where you have lower volume, uptrend, downtrends. It will tell you exactly when the next stream starts, but also it will tell you what day is played back. So it will randomly pick different days, but it will tell you what day is being played back right now. So you can join that stream, and that stream just keeps playing. So if you jump in halfway, you're going to miss the start of it, or you can set your alarm so that you jump in at the start of the playback. Then we have competition channels where it won't show you the day it's playing back, so that it makes it a little bit more challenging and harder to. But feel free to look at the day and know what's happening so that you can practice and taking trades, because even when you know what's going to happen, you'll find that it can be very hard to be profitable if you overtrade. And knowing what happens is a good first step to mastering the initial skills. Then you can also define your own custom stream where you can pick your own date and time. I've created one such stream so you can see exactly the date I picked and the playback speed. And then we're going to play it back from this time to that time. And we're going to do that right now. And then I'm going to show you how to use the tool. So we're going to join that. So now you'll see a bar here at the top. It will tell you exactly where we are in the playback. We're at 10x speed, and you can switch that to 1x or any multiple there. We go to accounts tab. You'll see that right now my real accounts are not showing there because I only see those paper accounts. If I want to see the real accounts, I need to exit it by either clicking right here to exit to live mode, or I can click on this blue bar and then I'm out. And we also have news events. You saw that news event. So this is the news for that specific day. You see what's over, and then we have the countdown banner, and obviously it's doing that at 10x speed. We also have the Mazzini plan for the day with all of the tweets as they come in. So at the beginning of the day, there's no tweets, but as they come in, it will be played there. You click on the audio tab there. So this is where you can say what audio alerts you want, and it can actually read you the tweets as they come in. And then this is the mute and unmute at the overall level. So we're going to the count. This is your daily loss limit that you can set. So this is a 50K account. To pass it, it's you want to make $3,000 in profit, and then you have and you can see there's another news event with a countdown right there. And so you can change your daily loss limit there. I'm going to click on this. If I just want to make the name short, I'm just going to say P, and this will make it so that it's P1 through 4. So that's an easy way to renumber your accounts. And then we go to the cockpit. Now, the first thing is, so these live numbers. So when you're in live market, you won't see the live price action unless you have the platinum plan. And also in the live market, you won't see the charts unless you have the platinum plan. You will have to use TradingView or something else. Bring your own charts, basically. It's only the platinum that will give you charts, and then obviously with the historical playback, we're able to see charts as well that will be similar to what you have in platinum, so that you can learn how to read our indicators, and we'll go into more details in another training session when it comes to that. So the first thing I'm going to show you is that if you go click on the user menu, we're going to go and turn group edit on. And so now I can create groups, and you'll see I have it in demo mode right now. You can use demo mode as well if you wanted to show off capabilities where it would hide your account balances and stuff like that. Now group editor. So these are the accounts to trade P1 and P2. I can just select those two. Okay. And then if I take a trade, it's going to take the trade in both of those accounts. If I select, if I wait 5 seconds before I select an account, it will unselect what I already have selected. If I just keep clicking, I could select as many accounts as I want. Now, if I constantly trade all of them, I don't want to have to do that all the time. So I'm going to create a group. Uh, I'm going to create a plus group, and I'm just going to say that's all. And let's say I want to have all of my odd ones in a group. This is just for illustration purposes, obviously. So if I do that, say my even ones. So now if I turn my group editor off, you'll see that those individual accounts go away and only my group show. But let's say I sometimes want to trade P1 and P2 selectively. I can say click on keep visible, select those two, and then when I turn it off, now I can select all. I can select odd, I can select even, and then I can still pop that in, and you can see the news event coming up. So now if I'm gonna, let's just switch to all. So now if I take a trade, you can see that I have 4 accounts that I'm gonna trade. So if I go and hover over it, I can see this will trade those accounts. If I then go and change my quantity to something greater than 1, I get this red outline. This is my default stop loss and take profit. So you can see for ES and MES, I put in the number of points, same for NQ, and it will translate that. So basically this is as if I take a trade, it will have $100 stop loss on MES and $120 take profit on MES. So I could set those, and it just makes it easier for me to take the trade. Okay, now it's at 10x, so you'll see the prices will jump a lot. And we're going to take some trades here just so I can demonstrate the capabilities. We're not trying to make profitable trades right now. We'll do that when we look at in another training session where we look at how to trade the indicators. So I'm going to take 4 orders long. You can see this is my current profit and loss. This is my take profit, stop loss, and I can change that. So I can say change that to $20. So it shows it to you in dollars, and then you can just go and see the level. You do the same with stop loss. I can up my stop loss. If I click that, it will take the difference between the current stop loss and the current price. So it's just an easy way to just have that on the way up. You can see I have 4. Oops, we just got pulled there. And if you look at what happened, our stop loss got hit over there, and it shows you all of those individual accounts. So let's just get back in, and this time, so this shows us the range. So this trade has traveled from, the max drawdown I've had is -6, and the max profit there is, 11. And you can decide how much room you want to give it. Now, let's talk about lanes. So I can go and split those, and I could say split it 75-25. So now 3 of those. Oops, I only took trades on those 2 accounts, as you can see. But so now I can go and say I want to move the take profit on that lane, and now there we got filled. And then I could say here, maybe I want to change that to $50. And so you can see how it's up there. I can also merge things back. I can split it by account, or I can just have it individually so that I can close them individually. You can merge them back up again. And then I can also have it trail the alpha zone. And as soon as I did that, in this case, we ended up getting filled. Now to see the alpha zone, you're going to go here. You're going to go to chart. So this is basically showing you we're at the alpha zone, and that's why we got filled there. You could see the VIX here at the bottom. The chart is a little bit small, but we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this in this training session. This is the 5-minute chart, 15 and 30, and then we have a vertical line that shows you when the day opened at 9:30 a.m. So let's just take some more trades here and do a limit long here, and we can, let's go and select all 4 accounts. And what you can see now is if you go and hover over the individual account, it will show you that the P&L for that account is -43. And I can go and change my daily loss limit right there. And when it hits it, it's going to stop trading that account. You can see them individually for each account. So in the group ones, you won't see it. You have to basically expand them if you want to see individual account balances. Now, if we keep taking trades here, it's going to make sure that our stop loss fits into the daily loss limit, including what we already lost. So if we just keep adding to the accounts, at some point, it's going to tell us that, we're not fitting in, and we can say, okay, I won't do it, or I can say, take the trade, either way. And it will, because we have quantity of 4, it means that even though the stop loss is only $100, basically I'm risking $400 on that account on the P3 for this trade. Also, here it shows us all of the open trades that I have right now. If I'm going to close the trade right now on all of them, my profit's going to be $900. and I'm risking on all these open trades, I'm risking $3,200. Now, at any point I can hit the break even, and when I do that, you'll see that my stop losses are moved up to 0. So now, it takes that risk out of it. But I can also do the up like we did there on all of them, and I can also just click on the P&L at that point, and then it will move it for all of them. And when I do that, because I moved the take profit to the last price, that will actually close them all out, assuming that we price again. So that dialog was also an example of where it prompts you for explaining to you what's going to happen, and then you have the option to say, "Oops, that's not what I meant," or and don't remind me again. So now, if I'm going to look at my P&L, so now I'm profitable on that trade. Let's just go and take some more trades. Now, if we look at our alpha zone, at any point in time, you can say trail the alpha zone, bottom or top. And if I click on the entry price, I'm able to select my very specific stop loss, or I can nudge it up and down by $10. And I could also say trail the alpha zone, bottom or top, and then I can also trail 1 minute, 2 minute, and up to 60-minute candles that will keep you in the trade. So usually when I get into a trade, and then you could do the same with the take profit. Usually when I get in the trade, I'm gonna go in and I'm immediately gonna say protect my trade on the 1 minute time frame. So basically, if the price drops below the previous 1 minute candle, I'm locked in, and that's really a great way to protect your account when you get into a new trade. So I'll get in. Okay, so now we're in a trade, and I could say trail it by the 1 minute candle. If I click it again now, it's 2 minutes, so you give it more room. And then once the trade is successful and we're above the alpha zone, I will then usually switch to the alpha zone, which will give me even more space. But any point in time, I can click on this max profit here, and I'm going to lock in the take profit to that value. You can click on the stop loss, and it's going to move that for me. And then also at any point I can click on the P&L, and then it's going to move to take profit. So now if you look at it, we're up $200 and we're just trading micros at this point. So let's just take some more trades here. So once we're in a trade, it's 4 contracts over 4 accounts, but at any point I could say sell half of my trades, and when I do that, it's going to be intelligent in terms of selling half on every account. Um, then I can also say I want to split it 50-50, and again, so now I can manage that. So instead of saying half, now I can individually manage that lane. So I can click on that, and so it moved to take profit, but we haven't filled. So there we got filled. We can merge it back up, and then at this point now we can say, okay, just trail the alpha zone, and there we go. We're out of the trade, and we just made $550. Now this is a 10x playback, so you win and lose more quickly. Let's see. So that's for the most part what you need to know to use the tool. We'll do another training session that covers the indicators and how you can use that to know the direction and how to find pullbacks. But this will let you pick the ticker you want to trade, pick the account, pick the stop loss, and take the trades and then practice. So if I can tell you this is how it works, and this is like me explaining to you how equipment in the gym works. But unless you practice it, you're not using the equipment at the gym. So you have to go in and actually take the trades and do it and be profitable. And It's easier maybe when it moves faster to take these trades, but ultimately you need to be able to do it in with real time. And then we also have the ability for you take practice trades in your paper account during the live market. So definitely go ahead and do that. That's how you're going to build up the muscle memory and be able to take the trades. We'll do another training session, show you how you can use our indicators to trade the direction, how to get in on pullbacks. But this should get you going for doing your practice trades.